Hey, I'm Brian, and I want to take a few minutes to clearly explain what People Bridge does and how it works. Because as a trainer, you're not just learning this. You're going to help other people experience it, understand it, and hopefully eventually teach it too. So before I jump into the model itself, I want to share briefly where this comes from my heart. For years, I was helping advocate for children in Africa from the United States. Raising money, helping keep kids in school, provide for their needs. And while that helped in some ways, I began to see a gap. It often left out the caregiver. It left out dignity, and it did not always create a sustainable path forward. So that gap stayed with me. So I started asking a different question. What would it look like to equip people right where they are to provide for themselves and their families? That led me into small business training, savings groups, practical tools that people can actually use. And for me, this is also deeply tied to my faith. Jesus had a heart for the poor, the vulnerable, the overlooked, and like many of you, that matters deeply. So this is not just a model to me, this is something I believe in. And with that, here is People Bridge, our theory of change. Number one, the problem. At People Bridge, we believe people living in poverty do not lack ability. They often do not lack intelligence. They do not lack value. And they don't lack potential. What they often lack is clear, simple pathways to generate income, practical business skills they can apply immediately, consistent accountability, and encouragement, and access to small amounts of capital. And when those things are missing, the result is often cycles of dependency, unstable income, underutilized potential. So the issue isn't capacity. The issue is that they need a simple, practical, repeatable pathway forward. Number two, the inputs. What People Bridge does, we focus on one thing, creating simple pathways out of poverty through entrepreneurial job training. What we do includes an 8-week simple, repeatable business training, a trainer-to-trainer model where local leaders multiply impact weekly, action-based learning, where people learn and then they do each week savings groups for accountability, habit formation, pooling resources so people can provide small loans to one another, faith-based encouragement that's brief, optional, and relational, and ongoing coaching and community support. That's the core of what we do. We're not trying to do everything. We're trying to do one thing well in a way that can ripple, that can multiply. So our outputs, what happens immediately when this works as designed? Several things happen right away. Participants complete 6 to 8 sessions. Individuals take weekly business action steps. Savings groups are formed and become active. And those savings groups do more than just meet. They save consistently together. They lend to one another. And they hold one another accountable. At the same time, trainers are required and they're equipped to release to train others. So from the beginning, this is not just about participants receiving information. It's about people beginning to act, connect, save, and multiply. Number 4, outcomes, short-term change. As people move through this process, short-term change begins to happen. Individuals start or improve income-generating activity. Consistent savings habits are established. Confidence increases. People begin to say, I can do this. Mindsets begin to shift from dependency to ownership. Strong relational networks are formed through community, accountability, and shared effort. This matters because real change is not external. It's also internal. People begin to think differently, act differently, and believe differently about what's possible. Number 5, impact, long-term change. Over time, the long-term impact is what we're really after. We want to see sustainable income for individuals and families. We want to see reduced reliance on aid. We want to see local leaders multiplying training in their own communities. We want to see communities strengthen economically and relationally. And we want to see faith expressed through action, dignity, and service. That is the bigger picture. Not just short-term help, not just a class, but a multiplying pathway towards dignity, responsibility, and long-term change. Number 6, the core engine, the behavior change loop. At the center of everything we do is a very simple behavior change loop. If you remember one thing, remember this: learn, do, share, save, repeat. We learn simple practical principles. We do one immediate action step. We share with others, which reinforces learning and spreads impact. We save consistently, which builds sustainability and capital. And then we repeat weekly, which creates lasting habits and growth. It's not complicated on purpose. Simple things repeat consistently are often what leads to real transformation. Number 7, non-negotiable levers. There are 2 non-negotiable levers in this model. First, action-based learning. Every session must lead to real-world action. No action means no transformation. If people only hear information but don't apply it, the training will not create lasting change. Second, group accountability. Savings groups create consistency, encouragement, follow-through. Transformation happens in community, not isolation. People are more likely to act, save, persevere, grow when they're doing it together. These 2 levers are critical: action and accountability. If those stay strong, the model stays strong. And at the end, what makes PeopleBridge distinct? A few things make PeopleBridge distinct. We're simple and clear enough to reproduce everywhere. We're designed for low literacy environments. We're built for multiplication through a trainer-to-trainer model. We're focused on behavior change, not just information transfer. And we integrate faith naturally through relationships and action. And we combine training, accountability, and capital through savings groups. That combination matters because people don't just need ideas. They need a pathway. They need community. And they need a way to build forward together. Strategic focus. Number 9, our strategic focus: depth, simplicity, multiplication. We don't want to do one thing well. Entrepreneurial job training that leads to action. We want to equip local leaders to train others. We want to build systems that don't depend on us. The last part really matters. Our goal is not for everything to revolve around one person. One outside leader, one organization. Our goal is to help build something local, simple, repeatable, and multiplying. And simply, your role as a trainer. Your role is important. Your job is not to complicate this. Your job is not to lecture people. Your job is to help people understand simple principles. Take real action. Build groups. Keep moving forward. You're helping people move from learning to doing. You're helping people move from isolation to accountability. You're helping people move from dependence towards ownership. And over time, you're helping people see that they can grow, save, lead, and even teach others. It's a big responsibility. It's also a big opportunity. So in closing, if you remember one thing, remember this: learn, do, share, save, repeat. It's the core engine of PeopleBridge. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's what you are now stepping into as a trainer. Thank you for being part of this. Thank you for helping others experience it too. You're awesome. Peace out. Brian Clark, to you. You got this.